recording? Is it? I think it started. Okay. So we have 3 piecewise functions here. Okay. My job is to, how do I graph a piecewise function? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use a combination of dotted lines and plug and chug here to show you. Okay. Combination. First, I see where my first domain restriction is. It's -3. So I find -3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to draw dotted lines there to show that's where my graph starts. X equals -3. Okay. That's where my domain restriction is. Okay. Now I look and see where the graph lives. Graph is x is less than -3. So those are all numbers smaller than -3. Okay, so I have -3. Okay. That's where the graph starts. So I can use -3 to see where the graph starts in the y. But I need to pick other x values that are smaller than -3. So what are some smaller numbers?
-4.
-2 is greater.
Oh. -4.
-4.
It's not on.
Okay. So I can pick any number. What else? What else? What else can I use?
-5.
-5. Anything.
-6.
Yeah. Anything like that. Okay.
-7.
All right. Okay. Don't one up each other. Okay. So now we have all these numbers. How do I find the y values? Because I want a graph. I need x and y values, right?
Don't you have to plug it in?
Yeah. I have to plug it into this equation. So I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to do this in blue. So negative of -3. What happens? What's negative of -3?
Positive.
Positive. That equals 6. Let's do another one. Negative of -4 plus 3. That's positive 4 plus 3. What does that give me?
7.
7. Okay. Let's do another one. Negative of -5 plus 3. What does that give me?
8.
8. Now I have all these points. At -3, we plugged it in. We got 6. At -4, we plugged it in. We got 7. At -5, we plugged it in. We got 8. So now we have 3 different points. I'm recording a video. Yes.
I'm gonna be Miss Roger and then I'll come back.
That's fine. Okay. So now we have 3 points. Let's figure it out. At -3, there's no line underneath it. So what color is this?
White.
White. But everything else fits in the domain restriction. So everything else, they're black dots.
Why?
Because everything else is less than -3. So -4 is less than 3, -5 is less than 3. Okay, so these are all black dots. Yeah. Now we just have lots of points. We just graph it and connect the dots. Okay. So -3, I find 6. There's a white dot. At -4, I find 7. At -5, I find 8. And now I just connect them together, like this.
White dot.
So whenever it has an X, you have to do the arrow like that?
Right. And I have to go in this direction. Why do I not go in this direction?
Because it's past the domain
Yeah.
restriction.
The domain restriction.
Yeah.
You're gonna pass it.
Right, you're going to pass it. It has to stay on the left-hand side because it's less than -3. Okay, so that's my first graph. Any questions? Cameron?
So you don't ever graph those ones, the piecewise functions?
I graphed the first one, now I'm going to graph the second one.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'm going to do this one in red. This is the second one. And do that one in red. All right, so walk me through it. This is a -3 and this is 0, so let's find it. I'm going to draw dotted lines there. -3 and 0. Okay. What do I need to do to get the points?
The function.
Okay, so I know it starts. What do I do? What do I have to do?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. Plug in -3. See what I get? Plug in 0. See what I get. At -3, this is an equals to sign. So is it a white or black dot? Black dot.
Dot.
What about a 0?
White.
It's a white dot. So now I just have to figure out what the values are. You can use your calculators. You can do this in your head. -3. So I'm going to plug it in. 1/3 times -3 minus 6. What's -3 over 3?
9.
No.
No.
-1.
-1.
Oh.
And what's -1 minus 6?
-7.
-7. -3 comma -7. Let's plug another one. Okay, let's plug in the second value, 0. 1/3 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 6 is
-6.
Negative
-6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, white dot. -3, -7, right here. Black dot. Connect those dots together, and there's my second piecewise function. Okay.
Popular.
I know, so popular. All right, and the last one. Okay, the last one. And this one I'm going to do via the dotted lines method. Okay, the dotted lines method.
Okay.
So this one I'm not going to do plug and chug. You can if you wanted to, but here I look, okay? 2x minus 3. Do I know the critical point?
No.
No, only negative 3.
Only y intercept.
What is the y-intercept?
-3.
So what's the critical point?
-3, 0.
Not -3,
0,
0.
0, -3.
0, -3.
How'd you do that?
Don't forget, it's like, this is like saying 2 times x minus 0 minus 3. So it's kind of like saying 0 minus 3.
Yeah.
Okay, 0, -3. So let's find the critical point, 0, -3. Is it a white or black dot here?
Black.
Black.
It's a
Black.
black
The black dot,
This is equal to.
okay? And the slope is 2. So how do I graph the rest of this?
Up to
You go
over 1.
up
Right,
2
go around.
and then to the right 1.
No. Up 2, cross 1, up 2, cross 1. And now I can connect these together. And there's no second restriction, so here's my rest of my graph. Okay. Any questions? Good luck.